Check it. I was chilling at the spot, smoking on some pot, shorty hot, she finessed the clock, came around the block and said what's up. I said what's up. She said what's up. I said what's up. Man, I be on the move, I ain't got time trying to shine, I be on the grind. When you see me, just pull up and say what's up. I said what's up. You said what's up. I said what's up. Check it.
Hey yo, this is SYN, and you can catch me on season 2 of Lavish Life, trying to make hip hop sexy since 2022.
It's on.
Oh yeah, okay.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Yo, what's going on? This is Lavish Life, Lavish Life.
Yeah,
Episode
53
So we deep in it already.
for sure.
Best believe you better tune in, because I'm here and he's here, and we're about to make this space. I'm here to tell you guys a little bit more about myself, about my music, and what I think about what's going on in the world today.
We taking it back to Ibiza. I'm financially free, I don't need you. I ain't saying it twice, I wish you could.
Crazy girl up when I jump on the demon, I'm jumping like Fletcher. Girl in my ring, so I'm calling that.
1 years and 6 figures to prove it, and the ladies acting same when I talk, they started to lose it, and the niggas act like kids when my bank balance is booming. Yeah, but it's all good. That's just me. The album's finally here. The album's finally here. This is SYN with my little behind the desk performance. You'll hear from me very, very soon. We out.
Hey, what's up, fam? Another exciting episode. I got a special guest in the building. I got SYN in the house. SYN,
Yeah.
let the people know what you're about, man.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is SYN. I make music. I make hip hop music, and I'm here to tell you guys a little bit more about myself, about my music, and where I come from, and what I think about what's going on in the world today.
For sure, for sure. SYN is in the building. SYN as in SYN. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. So, what? How did you come up with that name, man? Because that's like a conversation starter.
Yeah.
SYN, are you a bad boy? Or you just gonna say?
Nah. So funny enough,
Yeah.
SYN in itself isn't actually English. It's Swedish.
Okay.
Yeah. And I found that word one random night during COVID while I was scrolling through my phone looking for a name.
Yeah.
And basically it means visionary in
All right.
Swedish, direct translation.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, you can go and look it up if you want to. That's what the name means. And it's also I forgot what's the name of that thing, like an acronym or something.
For sure. Huh?
Yeah, so SYN stands for Sincerely Yours Never.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've always been a lover boy type.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. I thought you were gonna say since I said bad boys, I thought you were gonna say can't stop, won't stop.
Oh wow. I can't stop, won't stop making music, that's for sure. That's
For
for sure.
Oh, okay. So when did you start rapping?
I started rapping probably sometime around grade 6, grade 7.
Okay.
Yeah, because I started writing lyrics avidly in grade 6 with an old friend of mine, Tyreek. And it started out as like, some play, competitive fun in class.
Yeah.
It started to turn into something more when I realized I actually liked doing it.
Was it a rap battle?
It actually was, funny enough.
Yeah.
Social science, to be specific. We had that particular class where we wouldn't learn much.
Yeah.
Shout out to my SS teacher from back then. We wouldn't learn much in class, and you have a lot of time to just fool around and do whatever we wanted to. So we found this time an opportunity to be able to write down and then go, bar for bar, verse for verse, and just compete with each other.
Okay.
Yeah, he knows deep down that he started this whole thing.
For real?
Yeah.
So he actually discovered SYN.
I wouldn't say he discovered SYN, but he discovered Ashland. At the time, I didn't know who I was, so.
Oh, for
yeah.
sure. So Ashland is the name?
So Ashland's my actual name.
Yeah.
Back then, I didn't really have a music identity. I just knew that I liked doing certain things within the space.
Oh, okay.
And as I went along.
Did you have a first name, or you guys were a group?
Funny enough, I had a first name.
Yeah.
My first name was
Hip-hop
my
name.
nickname in
Yeah.
hip hop. I used to call myself Ashbang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some people, my closer friends, still call me that until today.
For real.
Yeah, yeah, it keeps the memory alive.
For
But I
real.
used to call myself Ashbang back in the day, a combination of my name and just the word bang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in terms of what music were you listening to back then, man? What were you feeling?
So funny enough, I wasn't deep into hip hop. I think I was listening to Eminem, some entry
Eminem.
level Drake,
All right.
but mostly R&B. I wasn't fully exposed to the industry like this. I was listening to Selena Gomez.
Oh, wow.
I was listening to Miley Cyrus. Like
Jeez.
I was on a completely different level back then.
So, how did you
Yeah.
land on the raps?
The friends that I kept
Yeah.
throughout primary school and going into the beginning of high school. Yeah, they really put me on a lot of hip hop that inspired my sound and expanded my sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
And which album of Eminem were you listening to?
Funny enough, I wasn't listening to a particular album that he released. I was listening to the Call of Duty Ghost soundtrack,
Oh,
which
okay.
he was a large part of, and he had this one particular song. I just can't remember the song's name, but
Okay.
his verse,
Favorite bar
yeah.
from the track.
Um, let's take it back to straight hip hop. Let's start it from scratch because yeah, that's literally how he starts off his verse, and I feel like the reason that was so impactful is because he's taking it back to the start. He's taking it back to what matters in the situation. That's hip hop on its own.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like he's not trying to complicate things or sugarcoat. He's telling you from the beginning. This is a disclaimer.
Yeah.
You know, like we're going very 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 organic over here.
Okay. And
Yeah.
where did it start for you? Where were you born?
So I was born in the West Strand in Johannesburg,
Yeah.
Krugersdorp to be specific,
Okay.
and I grew up the first 7 years of my life in Joburg before we moved to Nelspruit, and then I'd say I was raised in Nelspruit.
Nelspruit. It's a
Yeah.
very beautiful place, man.
Very, very
I love the
beautiful.
views, man. I always go
Yeah.
every year or two. Yeah.
Give me more than enough time to be a lover boy, like
For sure.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, in terms of music, man. So who are you working with now?
So right now at the moment, I've always worked with my longtime best friend and producer Ashton,
Okay.
and I've done a lot of music with Montier as well.
All
He's
right.
also a very close friend of mine. But I haven't really gone too deep into working with artists outside of those guys. I've had some conversations here and there
Yeah.
because I do have an album that I'm working on, like full length debut album that I'm working on, but I think I could only really go deeper into the features and the people that I'm working with on that as I go along.
How about the name of the album? Is it out yet?
So for the time being, because it's very contemporary and very simple, I've named the album Grey Sofa.
Right.
Yeah, simply because I feel like a gray sofa is almost like it's like a blank page when it comes to creativity. Like if you can picture a plain room with just like a gray sofa in the corner and you go and you sit down there, I can imagine you being very creative in that space, being
Yeah.
able to write down a lot,
Yeah.
draw a lot, sing a lot, do a lot in that space. And that's the idea. The fact that a gray sofa acts as a blank page or sort of like a blank canvas for my ability to make music within that space.
Okay. Have you reached that point where you've got a single for that album? You think which track are you going to put there as your single?
So I do have quite a few songs from the album that I've already finished in terms of writing and composition, but when it comes to recording, I haven't yet started recording the album in full.
Okay.
Yeah, I've actually been doing a lot of work to put some filler music out in between
Okay.
because of my constant delays when it comes to the album itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're working on some music videos?
Yeah, a lot. I'm really trying to focus on creating visualizers for the existing music that I have out right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite track from the album? Oh, it's too soon to tell.
Favorite track from the album?
Yeah.
So thus far, I'd say it'd have to be track number 3.
Yeah.
It'll go unnamed, and I won't say much about the feature
Yeah.
on that particular track, but it's meant to give you Snoop Dogg and Pharrell type vibes.
Oh, wow.
You know, the way they would exchange with each other in their music from the early 2000s
For sure.
sounds exactly the same.
So
I'm looking forward
you're
to
dropping it like it's hot.
it. Very, very hot, boiling hot,
Okay.
fresh off the stove,
Straight.
like meat off the fire.
All right.
That's what it's meant to be like.
For sure. I
Yeah.
saw a performance, man. Your performance, which had a couple of people twerking.
Oh, yeah.
What track is that?
Yeah. So that track in particular would have to be Girls Wanna Have Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the name says a lot about it already.
Tell me more, man. Tell me more.
So I feel like sometimes girls just wanna have fun.
For real.
So they're gonna shake it.
Oh, okay, they're gonna shake it.
Yeah, they're gonna shake it because that's what
favorite bar from that track.
Favorite bar from that particular track.
Yeah.
I got a couple baddies and they from the north. It's the Fantasy League. My homie Ashton got a couple more and they from the east. Look like Madison Beer. That's my favorite bar from that track.
Cool.
Yeah.
Definition of a baddie, man. What is a baddie?
I feel like a baddie looks good on face value and
Yeah.
you just kind of close the book right there. You don't look too deep into it.
Why shouldn't we then? Why shouldn't we look too deep in it? I mean,
because that's what makes a baddie a baddie.
because you need to find out.
Think
We need
about
to-
it. Think about it like
Yeah.
a car. There are some cars that look beautiful at face value, and
Yeah.
you drive them for a couple of years, and you realize that they just come with problems. Yeah.
Okay. As we move on.
Yeah.
So okay. So who else would you want to feature on your album, man?
So that's also something that I wouldn't want to go too deeply into, but
Yeah.
I know that within this year and within next year, I'd really like the opportunity to be able to work with your Blackies and perhaps even Nasty C.
Yeah.
There's also a few international artists that I want to work with that I'm not that big right now.
Yeah.
There's someone goes by the name of Ray. He's an amazing rapper. Hasn't got that much recognition right now, but believe me, if you can hear his music, he's doing really well for himself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So go talk, man.
Let's get into it. I'm ready
Okay.
for it.
Goat. Okay. So goat hip hop artist.
Good hip hop artist.
I'm not gonna give you much time to think about it, hey? So 5
Okay.
seconds at most. Let's see what you drop.
Kanye.
Kanye. Goat R&B.
Goat R&B. I'm gonna give that to Giveon.
All right.
He's my goat at least.
For sure.
He's my goat.
Okay.
Yeah.
And goat sneaker.
Goat sneaker. I'll definitely have to give that to. I give it to the Air Force One, bro.
Air Force Ones.
Yeah. Air
Without
Force
them
One.
creases though.
Without the creases. With
when
the
they're
creases.
fresh. When they're fresh.
With the creases, you've got some character, but without the creases, you've got a really clean shoe.
Okay,
You can wear it
cool.
anywhere, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
And goat stage performances
Goat stage performances
of all time.
of all time.
Yeah.
Now, I always look into stage presence when it comes to this question.
For sure.
I feel like stage presence is the most valid thing you can have when you're a stage performer.
By stage presence, you mean how you connect with the how you vibe with the crowd.
I feel like it's how you vibe with the crowd and how the crowd reacts to you being there in the first place
Alright.
is the biggest thing.
All right.
And hence why I have a very unpopular opinion.
For sure. Say it, man.
So I think Michael Jackson is up there, but I also think that Playboy Cardi is probably your GOAT stage performer. And it's for the simple reason that he's gotten, I think in the past 5 years, he's gotten more iconic stage performances than any other artist out there,
All
in the
right.
sense that he's always got the energy right. He's
Yeah.
always got the performance itself right. He knows how to perform. And a lot of people would disagree with me, but
Yeah, for sure.
You
But it's
know,
your opinion, man.
it's my opinion at the end of the
It's
day.
your podcast, it's your show.
Yeah, so Michael Jackson and Playboy Cardi, try and get them in
Alright.
the same room.
For sure. And GOAT sportsman of all time.
GOAT sportsman of all time.
Yeah.
That one is tough. But I'm a music head.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give GOAT sportsman of all time to Cristiano Ronaldo.
Jeez, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Ronaldo.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think the reasoning behind that is like anybody that knows me knows that I'd pick Messi over Ronaldo any day, but simply because of how much he's contributed to culture
All right.
as a whole, other than
Yeah.
being good at football.
Yeah.
He's created this swagger around his brand and the way he carries himself and his presence that
Alright.
Messi hasn't done.
Okay.
And that in itself is, I think, truth spoken.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're comparing. But anyway,
Yeah.
we're gonna move on. Okay. So GOAT. What didn't I ask? GOAT. We went to GOAT R&B. GOAT fashion.
So when it comes to GOAT fashion,
Yeah.
what is
your style?
What is my style?
Yeah.
So I think my style is heavily inspired by like a combination of what Drake and Kanye have brought to the industry, you know.
For sure.
As of more recent times, Drake has really been flaunting your oversized, baggy,
Yeah.
pants, baggy tops, everything about it. Right? And his stage performance apparel is also a reflection, I think, of what I try to stick by when I do my stage performances.
Okay.
But when it comes to my everyday wear, the kind of color palettes I stick by, I'd have to go with Kanye on that one because he's influenced.
GOAT fashion is Kanye.
He's influenced the
Yeah.
industry in a way people will never be able to understand until he's gone. That's reality right there. You know, if you think about pre-2010,
Yeah.
was anybody wearing beige? Was anybody wearing brown? Was anybody wearing, these kinds of color palettes?
Yeah.
Were they wearing crop puffer jackets? Were they wearing your regular puffer jackets? The kind of shoes he's designed with Yeezy and on his own, and you can't overlook or understate the influence that he's had when it comes to what people wear in your everyday life.
Okay.
And you see it at Cotton On, you see it at H&M, you see it at Zara. The color palettes are there, the styles are there.
Okay.
Yeah, you
So
just gotta
Yeezy's-
look back.
Yeezy's
for that.
over Jordan 1s. As you take a sip. Okay. All
I
right.
need some more liquor in my system to answer that one, man.
Sorry, man. I'm putting you on the spot. So what besides music? What other stuff are you into, man? What else do you do?
So I cook.
You cook.
I cook.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm very, very passionate about food.
I should have said goat food.
Goat food.
Yeah.
When it comes to goat food,
Got snacks.
snacks.
Yeah.
So I'd say my goat snack is definitely biltong.
Okay.
Definitely biltong. I have way too much biltong.
On any day.
Any day. Today.
All right.
Yesterday.
Aight.
I'm pretty sure I had some on Friday as well. But
Aight,
I have
cool.
way too much biltong, and yeah.
So what keeps you motivated, man? Back to for you cooking music. What keeps you motivated? What inspires you to go into the studio and to record?
I feel like I have this vision of who SYN is meant to become, and I've always thought to myself that I would like SYN to be what other hip hop artists haven't managed to be in my time growing up.
Yeah.
And becoming familiar with the art. I want SYN to be this guy that's so undeniably cool and so undeniably good to look at
Yeah.
when you see me perform on stage and when you see the kind of music I'm putting out. But when I get off stage or when I go out the studio and you catch me walking on the streets or you catch me like in the grocery store, we can just chop it up and have a conversation. I'm not inaccessible. I'm not a diva.
For real?
Yeah.
Are you sure that's not going to change when you get the bag, man? You get 5 bodyguards and you're walking into a mall and you're trying to do your own shopping, but you can't.
I mean, if it's necessary, it's necessary, but I'd never close off access.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I close off access within reason.
Yeah.
If I felt like it was necessary for my protection,
Yeah.
I would get the bodyguards at some point. But until that becomes necessary, I'm just open to whoever wants to come and speak to me, whoever wants to acknowledge the art, whoever
Yeah.
wants to give their criticism, come to me and chat to me. Because when I'm on stage and when I'm not on stage, I'm the same person.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't go in character. So nothing gets you ready, nothing gets you warmed up in terms of when you jump on stage and you go off stage. Because some people struggle with switching off and on.
I've always
Camera.
been warm, man. It's also about knowing who you are, knowing how good you are at your craft. Plays a huge part in your ability to just go on stage and perform like you gotta perform.
Okay.
Until today, I feel like the only missing part in my music career has been the exposure and recognition.
For sure.
Yeah, because I feel like the quality is there. I have the work ethic behind the music. I'm making some decent quality music that people do like. It's just the amount of people that are seeing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, mushrooms. Let's tell me more, man. How did you get to that track? Mushrooms, the track. Are you vegan?
Nah, the furthest thing from vegan, man.
Okay.
Shout out to the vegans, though. I have nothing against you guys.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. The creative process behind that. Tell me more, man.
So Caleb is his actual name. Ashton and I.
Yeah.
We have this thing that we do from time to time.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's when we make our best music.
Yeah.
So we'll get into studio, not that it's a studio, it's his house.
Yeah.
I see it as his house. And we'll chat, we'll have a couple of drinks, and then we'll go to the studio. And we'll give ourselves a certain time limit. We'll say we have 5 minutes to find a beat, and then we have 10 minutes to write lyrics. You have a part, I have a part. Let's go for it.
Sounds like a freestyle, man. What's the difference between that and a freestyle? Or you then correct it and then make it into a track?
No, so funny enough, him and I are amazing lyricists. Like that's been one marquee trait of my music. I'm an amazing lyricist, and I can write down a finished verse in 10 minutes.
Wow.
I can name about 5 or 6 songs on my catalog right now that I've done that with.
In less than 10 minutes.
Less than 10 minutes, full verse, hook, chorus, everything.
Wow.
That's what we enjoy doing. That's what we enjoy about these songs. It's the fact that you don't come into studio prepared to record it.
Yeah.
And you end up finishing the song in like an hour from the get-go to the end goal. And it's such a satisfying thing at the end when you get to listen to it in its finalized format.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's great. That's great. So is that what happened with mushrooms?
Yeah.
You're still on it, yeah.
That's what happened with mushrooms. So we both went looking to our archives for beats, and I happened to be the one that found the beat, hence the song is on my profile.
Okay.
And from the point where we found the beat, I sent it through to him, and we went into isolation within the studio. So he put on his headsets, I put on my headsets, and we sat for about 10-15 minutes.
Yeah. And
he wrote his verse, I wrote the hook and the verse that I put in there. And
were you not scared that he's gonna murder you on that track?
It sits at the back of my head. Like
what has he got cooking in there?
He's an amazing lyricist, but we've never been competitive on the songs we've made.
But isn't that what makes you better?
I feel like my competitiveness with people that I don't work with is what makes me better.
Okay.
Yeah,
Elaborate.
Funny
Elaborate.
enough, I have quite a few people that I know in the industry
Yeah.
that make music, and they make some good music.
Yeah.
And being able to sort of go bar for bar with them, or knowing that we share a similar listening audience.
Yeah.
You know, whoever's hearing his track is probably hearing my track as well. And I know that they're doing the comparison on our behalf, even if I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the kind of person to go into beef or deep comparisons like that.
Yeah.
But there's a certain stage where you need to acknowledge that you are who you are because you're that good.
Yeah. So you think
Yeah.
it's the audience that end up that will end up creating the beefs because they'll be like, SYN is better than so and so.
They make the final decision. They make the final
Sure.
decision. They create beef between people that don't even know each other from above. So and and then at some point it just becomes what's best for your careers at that given moment, and you just go with it.
How does that affect the artist and the artistry?
I think it brings out the best in what that particular artist has.
Because now you want to prove that you guys don't know what I have in my bag.
Yes, exactly. Because there's always been this debate, like since we lost Costa, right?
Yeah.
Costa was proudly from Nelspruit.
Yeah.
And we've got a number of artists that are out there from Nelspruit, but not a lot of hip hop artists that are out there from Nelspruit.
Yeah.
And I feel like it creates this consistent narrative, like, is Nelspruit the place of SoundCloud rappers, or is it the place of real hip hop?
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what drives the competitiveness between us. Not that we're competing with the status quo, but we're competing with this idea that we haven't got quality in the first place. When I know that's not true.
Yeah. Okay, so who's the best rapper from Nelspruit? That's gonna be
finished, man.
That's gonna be you.
My drink is finished, man.
I want to put you on the spot. Shout out to everyone in Nelspruit.
I mean, yeah, shout out to Cy Ocean, shout out to Kito Metsis and Delani.
Sure.
Shout out to Supreme.
All
Cream,
right.
you're my boy. Shout out to myself, and shout out to Ashton,
For sure.
Yeah.
You know where this is leading to, right? So I had to warm it up with Nelspruit, but we gotta get to your top 5 dead or alive.
Top
who
5
you got.
alive.
Yeah, MCs in the game.
MCs.
Yeah, you already said.
MCs.
You already said Eminem.
Story.
You already said Drake. I feel like you're leaning on the light skinned rappers. Let me know what's up.
I mean, I'm light skinned, man.
You biased.
I'm light skinned. I'm biased towards that kind of thing. Man.
Yeah, so drop your top 5, man. Who you got?
My top 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm.
So you're starting from 5 to 1.
Yeah, from 5 to 1.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get into it.
For influence and stage presence, I'm putting Tupac at 5th.
Shit, man. There's a reason why I put Tupac here, and you're putting him on 5. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm putting Tupac in 5th.
All right, cool.
For rapping ability and lyricism, I'm putting Biggie in 4th. I'll put Jay-Z in 3rd.
She's old school. Old school is on the bottom half. Right.
I'm putting Drake in 2nd.
Drake. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll put Kendrick in 1st.
Jeez, man. Are we talking that big 3?
Yeah.
The big 3. So you've got Kendrick.
Kendrick, Drake, and then Jay-Z's in 3rd. And I know a lot of people might find that top 5 problematic.
Yeah.
But first of all, I don't care. And second of all,
yeah,
you need to know what goes into the music to know why I made that top 5 the way I made it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, just a brief one. Elaborate.
So
Kendrick on 1.
Kendrick on 1. Kendrick on
Compton,
1.
Yeah.
Because I think he proved with his most recent tour, the Big Steppers tour, that he has the stage presence. He's able to pull the numbers in. He broke so many records with that tour.
Yeah.
And I don't even think the music from the most recent album was that great. but he did what he did, and he did it well,
All right.
and that's undeniable.
Where's J. Cole in this, man?
So I must admit, I haven't listened to J. Cole as much in my
For real?
in my life in its whole. I haven't listened to J.
I
Cole as
picked
much
up
as
a
maybe
bit
he
of
deserved.
a bit of J. Cole in your raps.
Maybe-
Well, that was my listening ear. So I'm like, okay,
Maybe there's some unsung influence somewhere deep within, but
for sure.
yeah, I'm just
So
yeah.
so you put him at number what if you had a list up to 50?
Funny enough, he would be in the top 10. He'd
He
be
would
in the top 10.
All right, sure.
Yes, definitely
Okay.
top 10, but he wouldn't be 6th or 7th either.
All right.
Yeah.
So what is in your playlist right now?
What is in my playlist right now?
Yeah.
I'm listening to Miley Cyrus right now. Shout out to her new album.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of music.
Yeah.
Like just music, everything about music. I love everything about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like Billie Eilish and Miley Cyrus, actually just the people within your R&B and your pop space are just doing so much right now. I mean, I also listen to quite a bit of Ariana Grande's recent album. Not that I'm on that kind of music, but acknowledgement where acknowledgement is due.
For sure.
They're really pulling their weight as of recent times. Kaytranada.
Right.
Kaytranada is a gem.
All right.
What he's managed to do with his most recent album has just been amazing.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I feel like people like him go unrecognized every single day.
Frank Ocean. What do you think?
Frank Ocean's overrated.
You think so?
Yeah, kill me for that one. But
For real?
Frank Ocean's overrated.
Jeez. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I think
Yeah.
Kendrick said it before. You don't get to disappear for 5 years at a
Yeah.
time, even though he does it. But you don't get to disappear for 5 years at a time and just come back when you want to, and like all of a sudden you're
It's
in
the
the
cooking
throne again.
process. That's what Dr. Dre did, and we're still waiting for another album. 10 years later, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Okay, back to SYN.
Yeah.
Where can people find you, man?
So you can find me firstly on my social media.
Yeah.
That's _SYNN_. That's my Instagram.
Yeah.
Please don't find me on Facebook, because if you do, anyway, you'll find me on Apple Music, Spotify, pretty much all of your major streaming platforms.
Okay.
Under SYN.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And for the bookings.
And yeah, for the bookings, funny enough, I'm working on a little like artist resume. Like,
Okay.
something that I can put out there to the people. So you guys will see more of that soon. Feel free to contact my manager.
Yeah.
On that. Her details are also available on my social media. And
All right.
yeah.
Okay. Any inspiring words for someone who's got talent, who wants to start rapping? What you got to say to them?
Don't hesitate for a single second. You know what I mean? I feel like if the stirring was there in the first place, it means the pot was already on the stove.
All right.
Yeah, what I mean?
That's a bar.
Yeah.
All right.
So why would you throw away the food you were already cooking in favor of starting something from scratch?
All right.
Yeah.
Your favorite bar of all time, man?
Favorite bar of all time
That you've written.
that I've written?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're choosing
Wow.
one
This
or
one
two.
is very personal.
All right, cool.
This one is very personal.
Let's hear it.
So it came from my song Pacific Diamonds.
All right.
And my favorite bar of all time from that song, just in general, is I got stars on my back because my balance is dancing. I'm living the life that you niggas imagine.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So you got sores on your back?
SARS.
Oh, okay.
SARS isn't like our tax guys.
Tax.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you feel about that, man? Because the artists don't get a constant income every now and then. How do you think they should treat that? So the minute you get $1 million, they want half of it. How do you think they should work on?
You guys just need to get into your bag. Like,
For real.
it's not that difficult to make money. And it might sound disrespectful to people that are in the struggle right now. And
Yeah.
shout out to you for doing what you need to do, but it's not that difficult to make money, and it's not that difficult to have nice life problems when you're focused.
Okay.
Because if you're truly focused, whatever you're doing and whatever you're passionate about,
Yeah.
starts to work for you. And you
Okay.
start to see the results very, very quickly.
So if you're an artist, you rather have maybe have some merch or have a store. Is that what you're encouraging people to do?
There are ways to do it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not difficult to gig, but it's difficult to gig where you want to gig. And it's not difficult to sell merch,
Yeah.
but it's difficult to sell merch to the people you assume are gonna buy it.
For sure, because you invest so much in merch, and then no one is putting it on, and
Yes, when you have your initial segmentation as an artist, you think that music heads are going to be buying your merch, and you think that these same people are going to be the ones streaming your music. You think these same people are going to be the ones buying tickets to come and watch you perform. That's really not the case.
Yeah.
And that's where we go wrong. We segment in such a small group that by the time we put ourselves out there and we wonder why things are not working, we're unwilling to re-strategize and go for a broader spectrum.
All right.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Hey, that's some knowledge there.
Yeah.
You're spitting game, man. You're
Yeah.
giving game for free, man. And because your name is SYN, you wouldn't want people to end up with that narrative that SYN is not a good guy. So in terms of other words of encouragement, maybe a Bible verse.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that. I'm so glad you asked that. So, my favorite Bible verse comes from Matthew. I can't quote it right now, but I have it tattooed on my arm.
All right.
This right here, I pray and God provides.
Wow.
Very, very, very simple.
And that infinity sign.
And that infinity sign, because it's forever. So it's very simple. You play your role, right? As a follower of God, as a child of God. You play your role and you pray. You pray about it.
Yeah.
And in turn, God provides. God is the provider. He will provide for you. As long as you pray about it. Because when you pray, you communicate with him, you speak to him.
Yeah.
Hence why I have it tattooed on my arm.
Sometimes it takes like forever to answer though. You gotta be patient.
Because people don't understand his timing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I could have R1 million right now and I'll end up on I blew it next season because I wasn't ready for that money.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Everybody wants to be rich now, but not everybody's ready for it.
Straight.
Yeah. So when he decides he's ready for you to be in your space and within your prosperity, he will come to the table and he will give you everything and he'll show off.
All right.
On top of that.
Jeez, guys, there's no better way to close off this interview than those wise words from SYN. Shout out to SYN. Thanks for pulling up, man.
No stress at all, man. No stress at all, man. Lovely, lovely.
Luvishlife was here. SYN is in the building. Shout out.
Shout out, guys. Yo, everybody, this is SYN, and this is my little behind the disc performance. I'm performing track 2 from my new album, which you guys don't technically know about yet, but if you don't know, now you know. Taking it old school. Taking it old school. I got a big bro. Say you got me 10 toes. Wait, hold on, borrow me a pair. And I got like 10 clothes. My homie's black and white while my eyes been acting like mentors. You really should have asked for advice. I'm like your mentor. It's okay. I'ma cool it quiet now and I won't lose it. If you lucky, I ain't suing. There's a gangster way to do it. In the trunk, take you someplace nice. Interrogate you like the 80s. We don't play too kind. Take you home, drop you off on the streets and knock you out with a piece and keep it moving. That nothing really even happened. Cause we got triggers and they lie, we just finger tap it. You find it funny, we make sure that we the last ones laughing. This is on the new album, Great Soul, out sometime soon. Cause I stand on the shit that I do. Self-employed in a way, but I get paid by you. I got chinchillas on the terrace with a bird's eye view. I live the life I used to dream when I was still in school. And little me would look at me like, hey mister, you kinda cool. Cause I got 21 years and 6 figures to prove it. And the ladies act the same when I talk, they started to lose it. And the niggas act like kids when my bank balance is booming. But it's all good. That's just me.
The album's finally here. Yeah, the album's finally here. This is SYN with my little behind the desk performance. You'll hear from me very, very soon. We out.